Hey everybody, it's Jeff here once again with Entrepreneur Essentials, and we are here with one of my absolute favorite people on the planet, Darlene Templeton, and she is just a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely, this is going to be a lot of fun, and you take notes because she is just an amazing person and has really helped out a lot of women help grow their businesses, and so I think you really just need to get to know her as well. So Darlene, thank you.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, thank you. I'm so honored and excited to be here.
I'm so awesome. Happy to have you.
Oh my gosh, I've been looking forward to this all week. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's on Friday, I'm here.
I'm here, I'm doing it. Tell us about your entrepreneurial journey. How'd you start?
Wow, very interesting. I worked for IBM for 36 years.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell everybody I was 6 when I started. Of course I was.
Of course you were.
But I started coaching at IBM and I got trained. Got certified at IBM. They had a practice of 500 certified coaches.
Wow.
But I knew that I had found my calling.
Mm-hmm.
I had been doing that all my life, all my job when I was managing, but even when I was a little kid, that was really what I loved, is helping people and being in service. And I was always the girl that knew everyone's secrets, was always the one that helped them through the stuff, and I loved that. So I knew when I started coaching and got certified at IBM that when I retired, which was on the horizon,
mm-hmm.
I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to be in service. And I want to help successful people be even more successful. So that's how I got to where I am today.
And so you could have easily then said, well, I'm going to go work for somebody and be a coach. What made you make the decision to jump out and say, I'm going to open out my own shop? I'm going to do it myself.
So I'd worked for 40 years
mm-hmm.
in the business world for another company before I went
mm-hmm.
to work for IBM, and I knew that I wanted to do it my way.
Yeah.
I had seen it done at IBM, which was awesome,
mm-hmm.
but I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to have the ability and the capability to kind of make decisions, choose who I wanted to coach with,
mm-hmm.
choose what my business looked like. I wanted that freedom.
Yeah.
And I'd kind of always been an entrepreneur at heart. Even at IBM, I was running small businesses and large businesses inside of IBM.
Sure.
So I had that entrepreneurial spirit. So it was like, oh my gosh, when I retire, this is exactly what I need.
I'm in control now.
I'm in. And that was really the best decision for me. So I knew the minute, and I planned it.
Yeah.
So when that date got closer, I'm like, I'm on a roll. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really got me to where I am today.
And I think that's a really interesting point that you said too. You still have the job,
yes.
and you plan this out. Because a lot of people just go out there and say, I'm going to start this, and they really haven't planned it out. They just kind of wing it and get started, and they don't find somebody to help them, and then they just fizzle.
Well, what's so hard is to balance that, because I was working a lot of hours still
Yep.
at IBM. How do you balance that? But if you don't start kind of cutting away a little bit and thinking, at least get a plan.
Sure.
Because if you walk out without a plan, then you're going to spend months trying to figure out what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was a coach, so I knew I needed to keep my coach and work with him.
Mm-hmm.
He was my business coach, and he really helped me get on a strategy and a plan.
Great.
Because boy, don't go try it by yourself. Do not do that. Don't go out there by yourself, because I've seen people do it,
mm-hmm.
and it's just too tough. There's too
It
much.
is. Yeah.
And you just can't get your arms around it. Plus, it's not fun.
No.
You want to work with people, and you want to have colleagues that are helping you.
Mm-hmm.
We all need support, and if we could do it by ourselves, we would have done it a long time ago.
That's exactly
so,
right.
man, I had my plan. It was hard, but I had that strategy.
And I think you made another point there too, just what you were saying. You didn't do it by yourself either.
You can't.
Yeah, you had a network of people around you that helped you.
Well, it's the network around you. It's the people that are teaching you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that have been down this road before.
Sure.
I learned that in business. Don't, recreate the wheel. Go out and find somebody that's doing what you like
mm-hmm.
and doing what you want to do. Work with them if you can, or just follow them and watch what's making them successful.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw people leave IBM and saw people that were trying to do this. Some were very successful, some were not, that were trying to do the coaching and consulting. So I was kind of on a mission. Plus, you need that support group.
Sure.
There are days, and we know that, there are days you wake up and go, oh my gosh, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And you make a phone call, and you're back on track again.
Yeah. So I always said there's days where you'd say, I'll sell this for
Yes,
you for
yeah, I
$1.
know.
Just please take it from me.
I always say to my husband, I'm just going to retire completely
Yep.
and not do anything. He just rolls his eyes because that's not me.
Whatever, yeah.
But when you have that tribe and that support, that's what makes it the best, because you can call those people and say, I can call you and say, Jeff, okay, keep me from quitting today.
Yeah.
And you'll say, Darlene, blah, 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 blah. And then pretty soon, 5 minutes later, I'm back on track.
It's not so bad.
No, it's not
Yeah.
so bad. I'm back on track. I'm not going to quit. Thank you, Jeff, for doing that. It's awesome.
Exactly.
But so I
let's
appreciate
talk
that.
a little bit about what you do now. So you got out, you started coaching, but what is it that you do specifically?
Well, so what I do, I always tell people I'm in the business of success and growth. I get to help successful people become even more successful.
Got it.
And that's because nobody doesn't want to be successful, but we all need help.
Yes.
So there's nothing in the corporate world, because now I have almost 48 years in the corporate world. I'm almost embarrassed to say that. And I was 6.
You did start when you
I
were
did
6.
start when I was 6. But there's nothing that I haven't seen, done, been around, coached, or done myself or managed. So for me, these decisions that people agonize over for days sometimes are easy. So I love to be able to shortcut that trip, shortcut that journey, and to help other people. So I do that through coaching. I do that through consulting.
Okay.
I do, because my business operations background's really strong. So I do that as well. I can look at your business and see your gaps and really help you and coach you through how to build that business. And then I have a women's group, which you know is my heart.
I know that
Women's
is.
Amazing Women Alliance, which is my heart. And we are growing so quickly, and we're building that strong tribe of women. And then I do this leadership coaching, which is Amazing Women Amazing Women Leaders Program, which is my other heart as well. I want to help women. Not that I don't love working with men, but it seems that the women, because I've been on their journey before, so that's what I love.
And I think you're a great example of how you can be successful in one career and then go on and be successful with a business.
One of the
as
things,
well.
Jeff, thank you for that. And the other thing that I learned, don't throw away what you know. Do not throw away that career. You know, I learned processes and systems and how to be a project manager and how to negotiate and be an executive in that world. Don't throw that away. People will come to me sometimes and say, well, that won't do me. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
You were doing this before. Let's utilize what worked for you there and bring that into your entrepreneurial journey, and it makes it so much better.
Well, of course.
So much fun.
It's like, and if you fall back, you're not falling back, even as an entrepreneur. Okay, if I fall back, I'm never going to fall back all the way to the beginning.
Yes.
I'm always going to fall back to some point, because I've still got the knowledge and I know where I'm at, and that journey back up is not as far.
Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward, and then 3 steps forward. And sometimes you just get stuck in the middle and you have to just wait.
Just keep bouncing back and forth.
But it does get better. You just can't give up on it.
So let's talk about Amazing Women Alliance.
Oh my gosh.
Alliance.
Oh my
I know
gosh.
that's your favorite.
I am so blessed with that. That was a dream.
Okay.
It was a dream. And I wanted a place where women could find other strong women. They could get mentors, they could get role models, but more than that, they had a community where they felt safe.
Got it.
You know, and I wanted people to come and join us. We don't allow mean girls, no mean girls allowed. I didn't do that when I was 13, not doing it at this age, not telling you how old I am. But, don't do the math. But what I love, Jeff, is we just keep growing now, and we keep bringing in all these amazing women, from a brand new professional to a person starting their new business, to a multi-million-dollar CEO of their own business, to C-level executives in the corporate world, and everybody in between. And it's just awesome to see these women. They're growing, they're connecting, they're learning. Our whole year this year is all about confidence. We're calling it the Year of Confidence.
I love this.
I know, because who doesn't want more confidence?
Yeah, and I think women are more challenged with that in some cases. You know, it's by nature. Okay, I'm not as confident, and you've got to, if you have others around you to show you, to lift you up and say, okay, stop, undercutting yourself. You are awesome.
Well,
you need to continue.
it's even like your space here. You're lifting people up. There's people around you. If you have a tribe and a group of people, whether they're women, men, or combined, it doesn't matter. You need that. And you need somebody to say, oh my gosh, Jeff, you did awesome today. And then you need somebody to say, Jeff, that was great, but let's talk about how that could be better. And this group does that. The other thing that we're finding, which I love so much, is women are connecting.
Yeah.
And you can just see the confidence
There's a power.
start to grow. There's
Yeah.
a power in that, I love it. The group gets louder and louder. But even I'll say to them, and in the beginning I used to stand up and go, what if nobody comes to the first meetings? I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody's going to show, because we're all unconfident. I wake up in the middle of the night just like everybody else does. And when we launched 2 years ago, we had 70 women at the meeting.
Okay.
And we're getting big groups now. But I'll tell you, it's just my heart to see these women
Sure.
connecting. And now we're getting so big, I have to stand at the door, Jeff, because there's so many new people. So I'm not letting anybody out that I don't know. So I literally stand at the door. Okay, you're new. Thanks for coming. Tell me about you.
I've seen you before. Get
Yeah,
out.
I've seen, yeah, go ahead. I give you a hug and you're done. But we want them to feel like they can come back and they're welcome. And it needs to be a group of women that they want to come back to every
That's
month.
correct.
So I'm so excited about that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I'm glad to see the success that you've had with it.
Thank you.
Now, what's your leadership program? Talk to me a little bit about that now.
Okay, so the leadership program is really just taking that focus of confidence, and because we have a different topic, and you always walk away with me, and you know that from homework. You always get homework with me because I want you to walk away doing something that's going to change your life. I always say as a speaker, if one person in the group does something, hears something, and changes their life, then I've done my job, which
Absolutely.
I'm so excited about that. It's not about the masses. It's about if one or two people can take away something and change their business or grow their life. This Amazing Women Leaders Group this is our 7th group that we're starting, and it starts in July.
Okay.
But it's 6 to 8 women that really want to go to that next level. They want to go deeper. They want to really take their business. We're having women, Jeff, I'm so excited. We're having women doubling and tripling their business. We're having women starting businesses, transitioning in and out of corporate. We're having women get promoted that are in corporate. They walk in as one, they get promoted. It's because we've got a focus group for them. We have a curriculum. They're walking away in homework, and we have accountability.
Yeah, and they're on each other's board
Yes,
of
they
directors
are.
effectively.
That
Yeah.
whole room kind of becomes your board of directors. And then when you have that board of directors, they see things that you don't see. That group sees things that I don't see. But it's all about you. When you're in the hot seat, you're in the hot seat. But it's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
huge.
So I'm just,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
That is awesome. So
Awesome,
what's
awesome.
new in your world now? Anything new that's coming up, or?
Yeah, there's a few things that are coming up. This whole confidence thing has really been, I'm all about leadership, but now I'm doing leading with confidence.
Okay.
Because that to me is what's new for me. I've always done that, but now I'm really focusing on leading with confidence.
Okay.
Because if I can help anybody with their confidence, including me, anybody else, then that makes them stronger all the way
Absolutely.
around. So
Well,
we're doing
and
some-
it's a key piece to
it's key.
everything. Yeah.
It's key. Because I say sometimes fake it till you make it. Put that smile on your face, smile and do cute, and walk in there when you're terrified. Don't let them see that you're quite terrified yet, okay? But that's really new. And then we're doing some more things with the group. We're breaking off with a few other things. We'll have a few more programs we'll be announcing later in the year.
Nice.
But right now we're just growing. And this confidence is really kind of my new platform, if
Yeah.
you will, leading with confidence.
Well, I like the fact that you're theming the entire
Yes.
year around that. So everything we're doing, it's
Yes.
not that we're doing a confidence course and then, okay, now we're on to something else. It's the whole year theme is,
Yes.
and it ensures that you're reinforcing that throughout the
Well,
year.
and what I'm finding, just especially in the women's group, because it is the confidence. Women, as
Okay.
you said, we are typically less confident. The numbers prove it out. But what I'm finding is that if we split it that way, that if we focus on just growing it, this month is networking with confidence.
Okay.
It's leading with confidence, networking with confidence. It's how do you build your business with confidence. So that really gives us all kind of this big structure. I'm all about the structure.
Yeah.
So you got to have that structure. But we're getting great results, and I'm so excited.
Huge.
It's huge. Very excited.
Absolutely.
Very excited.
All right, fast 5 questions.
Oh
now.
my, here
Ready?
we go. I'm kind of afraid of this,
Yeah.
but here we go. Do
Here
I
we
need
go.
to fasten my
Strap in,
seatbelt?
yeah.
Okay, I'm strapped in.
All right. You wake up in the morning, business is totally gone. You have a laptop, $500 in your pocket, place to live. What do you do first?
I find the nearest networking group and I start building my network and my support group right then and there.
Absolutely.
Don't even care. Just take
Yeah.
that. I use that $500. I check. Now I need to be careful because you want to make sure that I'm going to the right groups
Good.
when I'm going to the networking groups. But yes, I find the ones that work for me and then I'm off. That's the most important thing. You got to have contacts. You can't do it.
Repetition.
Repetition. You repeat, rinse and repeat. You can't do it alone.
Okay. All right. What's your biggest entrepreneurial mistake you've made?
Oh, I've made a bunch. And I'm
Just
learning.
pick one.
Yeah, I know, pick one. My first one out of when I left IBM as I was done with corporate.
Okay.
I said, I don't want to focus on corporate, and I didn't put my corporate experience behind me, but I sort of thought, well, maybe I need to do more of the life coaching and the transitioning. And after I kind of started that and realized, wait a minute, you've got so much experience, it's back to using what you're great at or what you know.
Yeah.
So I kind of drifted those first few months, kind of saying, well, do I want to coach men and women in transition? What do I want to do? And then when I got it, I got it.
Yeah.
But that was my biggest mistake, was kind of not being clear and not having that clear vision on how I can use what I learned to help others. So that was it.
Awesome.
Learned that one pretty quick.
Well, I'm glad you learned it pretty quick, because otherwise it wouldn't be where you're at.
I would be sitting right here with you.
Absolutely.
I'd probably still be wishy-washy
Yeah.
about what I was
I'm
going
a
to do.
life coach. I'm not. I don't know what
to
I'm
do
doing.
this. I don't know what I'm doing.
What's a good book you'd recommend?
Boy, there are so many out there. One of my favorites, there's really two. Good to Great,
Yep.
Jim Rohn.
I love that
Oh
one.
my gosh, that book I could read over and over and over. Not perfect. You notice he says not perfect.
No.
Not
good.
perfect. Perfect is the enemy of great. Good to great. How do we get better?
Yeah.
The other book that I love that's really especially, it's not just for women, is Oprah's new book, The Book of Sundays.
Oh, I've
I
heard of this
love
one.
that
Yeah.
book because she takes all those super soul Sundays and she puts them all in buckets so you can kind of read what you want, and I really love that.
Okay.
Those are two, and then Brene Brown, of course. But those are my two favorites, my two
that.
solid favorites right now.
Very, very cool.
Love them.
What's a good tool that you use in your business every day?
So I know I know everybody's going to say this. You've got to have a financial tool, whether it's QuickBooks or whatever. Because if you don't know where you are, that was probably another mistake in the beginning I made. I was like, oh well, that's fine. Let's just let it happen.
Yeah.
No,
I've
you
got a
need-
pension,
Yeah,
and I don't have
it's
to worry
okay. I don't
about
have to
this,
worry
yeah.
about any of that. Whoa, no, you have to know where you are. And I woke up one day and went, wow, it scared me to death. So you've got to have, right, what am I doing? You've got to have, if you don't know where you are financially, I don't care what your reasonings are, you have to know that.
Yeah.
I look at my P&L every month. Sometimes it scares me and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm smiling. But if you don't know that, so QuickBooks, and if you don't do it and you know that, go find somebody else to
Yep.
do it. Get a bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Hire out what you are not good at so you can run your business.
Well, and I mean, in the end, a lot of bookkeepers, I mean, most bookkeepers you can get for probably $100, $150 a month at the most.
Best money you ever spent.
Best money ever
Best
spent,
money
because you're
ever
not
spent.
going to do it.
I didn't do
Yeah.
finances at IBM. I had a great financial team. I'm not doing
Hire
it.
your financial team.
That's right. She calls me and she says, do you want to look at this? I said, yes. And then we go talk about it and I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yep, totally
So,
agree.
awesome.
How do people get a hold of you?
So my website, hi everybody, Darlene Templeton with Templeton and Associates. I know, I'm talking to Jeff now, I'm talking to you. Hey there. It's darlenetempleton.com. Everything you need to know is out there, my telephone number, my email. Please go out and see the site. Please join us at Amazing Women Alliance. And more than that, please make sure as you're on your entrepreneurial journey, get a tribe. Get to Jeff, get to me, get to somebody to help you, because honestly, it makes the journey so much more fun and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So let me know what I can do to help you. I'm here to serve. Would love to help you become more successful. And more than that, I'd love to just know what I can do to help you right now.